It's not a walkthrough, playthrough, review, anything like that. It's just me playing the game badly so you can see what it looks like. Okay then, this is... Oh, I don't want that. Yeah, we'll go with that. This is Cruis'n World on the N64. Given that I just played Cruis'n USA, though you're probably seeing this about a week later, maybe, or maybe I haven't played them in order at all, I don't know. But I thought since I played Cruis'n USA, I will play Cruis'n World. I like this game. I think I like this game a little bit more. Is the handling any different? I'm not sure. I'll tell you what, I like the controls better because I'm using the button to accelerate that I would like to use to accelerate. I'm using a button and not a trigger, so that's good. I now don't actually know what buttons control the views, so let's see, that, yeah, okay. So the interior view, handling and whatnot is still kind of weird and wrong. Yeah, definitely prefer it with an external view. Most racing games I definitely prefer, oh dear, I prefer an internal view, but wow. Wow. Physics much. Gravity here is somewhat different. We have comedy gravity. Yeah, I like this game. It's silly. It doesn't take itself too seriously at all. Oh dear. I don't, every time, well, I don't know if it's every time, I'm just aware that I heard a noise a moment ago that sounded like a pterodactyl. And it's like, well, we're underwater, why can I hear a pterodactyl? No idea. Maybe it was tires screeching, but it... And there's an elephant. I'm in a tunnel. Why can I hear an elephant? Whoops! Good God. Yeah. I like it. It's ridiculous. I don't know what country I'm meant to be in. It probably said at some point. I wasn't paying attention. Oh, God. Here we go. Is that the same bunch of people who were on Cruis'n USA, or have we got new scantily clad people? I don't know, but there's no woman kind of heaving her equipment in front of the camera. Yay and stuff. Next race, yes please. Japan, marvellous. I don't know where we were a minute ago. Go! Love the... I mean, I think I am more forgiving of pop-in or pop-up or pop whatever you want to call it, like this, than I am of the really harsh fogging that you get on a lot of N64 games. I mean this, they fog in the pop-in. The pop-in is slightly fogged, you know, on a PlayStation or many other consoles of the era. When things popped in, they were just like, they weren't there and then they were. What the hell just happened? You know, it's just like bam, and there's your new object. Here, they kind of fade in a sort of graduated sort of way. It's more subtle. I mean, it's still pop-in, but it's slightly less jarring. But I prefer it to that god-awful fogging that you get on some games. You know, it's just like everywhere is a miserable foggy day and you can't see anything in front of you beyond about 10 feet away. Hate that. This, much better. And it's, unlike a lot of N64 games that I've played recently, this is nice and bright and colourful and cheerful and happy looking. It's not moody and grubby looking. I'm they're driving on the left. We drive on the left here. It should seem normal to me, but I'm used to racing games being based on like American roads and driving on the right. Do they drive on the left in Japan? I don't know. I haven't got a clue. Replay race? No. Oh, oh. Okay. That's why you gotta finish higher up than that. So we're gonna replay the race. Yay. Go. Yeah, I wasn't really paying any attention to where I was coming in that race. It is one of those games where the scenery is so nice. You do spend a lot of time just looking at the scenery and not paying attention to what's going on too much. Certainly I do anyway. I remember times where I was playing Gran Turismo, probably 3, on the PS2, and I would just slowly trundle around. It's like I'm in a race, but I don't care. I would just go around really slowly and look at the scenery because it was so pretty. And while I'm not really doing that here, okay, I'm doing badly, but it's not because I'm driving slowly, but I am losing an amount of precision in my driving because I am looking at the scenery. Whoops, what the hell happened there? Oh, I didn't know about that. Double tap the accelerator for a turbo boost. That's good to know. Whoops. Oh, and if you do it while you're turning, you put your car on 2 wheels. That's okay. Okay, I like this. It's great. It's ridiculous. Do you have a limited amount of turbo boosts, or can you just go mad? And does it really give you much of a speed increase? Probably not, actually. I think the camera pulls back and then, yeah, because I was doing it there and not really gaining any places on the other cars. Come on, where did I finish? I wasn't paying attention. 5th again. No, we're not going to replay again. Okay, that is Cruis'n World on the Nintendo 64. It's bright, it's colourful, it's fun, I like it. It's not a game to take seriously at all, it's a game to arse around with because you can. Okay, thank you for watching. Okay then, today's question for Q&A is from RetroHamer. Link to his channel down there. He asks, Q&A also, do you repair your own consoles and computers when needed? Generally I do basic repairs or replacements of parts, but I haven't had the guts to do capacitor replacement just yet, but may have to, as I am seeing signs of several starting to swell on several systems. As a rule, no. If something goes wrong with one of my systems, or I buy something that's not quite working right, I will open it up and I will have a look at it and I will Google what the problem might be, and if it sounds like something I can do, I'll have a go at it. Things that I can have a go at are very limited. I will be having a go at repairing my Game Boys, because that appears to be quite a simple thing, using a soldering iron, a thing which scares the hell out of me, but it's not actually involving soldering so much as heating up a strip with glue on it. So I'll give that a go. I did a video many years ago where I replaced the drive belt for a floppy drive on an Amstrad. Was it the floppy or the tape drive? One of those. I think it was the floppy. On an Amstrad CPC. Apparently very badly, according to some of the people who commented, but what the hell, it worked. I will look for things like dry joints. I had a go at repairing the tape drive on my EACA Video Genie several years ago. Wasn't successful.
That computer has since, it died. Not even the tape drive, just on boot up, it just wouldn't boot up. I'd just get a screen full of garbage. And sadly, it's one of the very, very few systems that didn't make the move with me from living with Andrea to coming here. It was huge, it wasn't working, I didn't have time to do anything with it, or it went to someone who reckoned they could give it a home. So you know, that seemed like the best thing to do since I didn't have the space and didn't have the time. Other things, what other things have I done? Not much really. I mean, I've got things that need capacitor replacements, and I'm not going to risk that. I'm not good with a soldering iron at all. It just feels like you need to be an octopus to do that kind of thing. One hand to hold the soldering iron, one to hold the solder, one to hold the component, one to hold the thing that you're soldering it onto. What? I have got one. Wait, let me show. I've got one of these, but I've actually never used it yet. I've not had any repair jobs that have required it yet. I had repair jobs before having this where I could really have used it, but not since. But that's kind of the way it goes, isn't it? But I like this. It just kind of looks cool. Other things, what other... Maybe wiring back a joystick or whatever, you know, where the wires have come adrift, and I'll shove them back in and solder them up or whatever. That kind of thing. Really, with me, it's like turn it off and turn it on again and see if it works. I mean, my Amiga, my tower, I'm looking at it, it's right there, it's at my feet. I say I built it, you know, I bought the parts and put them together, and every once in a while that would have a bit of a Barney, which basically involved taking it all apart and putting it all back together again. But that's purely at the circuit board level. There's no taking stuff off of circuit boards, no soldering, no, you know, just unplug it and replug it. All of the bits. It was just generally connectors weren't connecting quite right. One thing I did do actually that I was really quite pleased to get working was my NES, proper Nintendo Entertainment System, not the little tiny thing. Replaced the edge connector thingamajig, you know, that you slot your cartridges into. Put a new one of them on it and cut the leg, I can't remember which leg, on the lockout chip. Which solved the whole red flashing light malarkey that you would get on them when they were getting a bit old. So it now works very nicely. I wonder if there's a similar kind of fix for the Game Boy. Well, it probably won't be similar at all, but the connector, the socket thing where you plug in your cartridges on my Game Boy Pocket is not well. Probably needs, almost certainly needs replacing, but I don't know how easy that is or whether I'm going to attempt it or not. Yeah, I mean there are things that I've attempted soldering jobs on where I haven't killed the thing, but I haven't fixed it either, like the modulator on my Spectrum 128 Plus 2. Yeah. It has a really rough video output from that, and I'm like, I should get it modded or something or get that fixed, but it's like I don't use that one now anyway. It sits in a box. Whenever you see a Spectrum video from me, it's from a 48K rubber keyboard jobby with a composite mod, which is very nice. Trying to think, have I done anything with anything else? Don't think so. So no, really, I'm not very adventurous. If I can at all help it, anything at all fiddly that requires soldering, I try and avoid. I'm not someone who will buy something not working in the hope that maybe it will work. I bought maybe 2 systems like that in the past and learned very quickly, don't bother doing that, I don't have the skills to fix it. So when I buy stuff, I try to buy stuff that's like in very good working order. And if stuff conks out, if it's cheap, I'll just either give it away or throw it away and buy another one. And if it's expensive, I'll give it to a friend and see if they can fix it. Yeah, I'm not one for trying anything adventurous at all. Shame really. I mean, that's the thing. I'm a collector, I'm a gamer. I am by no means whatsoever an engineer, electronics engineer, anything like that. It would be me bodging it up badly, and that's not something you want to be doing with retro gaming hardware, especially some of the older, rarer, more expensive stuff. Okay, hope that answers your question. Anyone else who's got any questions they would like answering in a video like this, ask your question in the comments below. Begin your question with 4 Q&A so I know not to answer it in the comments. And thank you for watching.
Ben what now? Never bloody heard of him. Yeah, alright. I suppose you should subscribe if you want to.